welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me. I would like to address something right out of the gate. I received a few of your comments. Some of your, I think you kids say, slid into my DMs. Some of you mentioned that, hey, we can't really understand you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to work that out. I don't want to sound like Bane all of the time. Of course I am. I don't even know where that came from. And I said I'm addressing that, trying to, maybe get a new microphone. You're like, oh, no. A few of you said, oh, no. It's how you speak. I'm like, what? And you went on to elaborate and say, basically, I'm going to put it in the way my people talk. Well, hell, son, can't you talk? So I thought I would address this issue right out of the gate. Excuse me. Yes, I do have a southern accent, and yes, I do drop my INGs, and yes, I do have a lisp, and I also have a serious head injury, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just going to be honest with you folks. I come from a long line of rednecks, hillbillies, and white trash, so I will do my best to not drop my INGs and enunciate. I will attempt to enunciate. But more than likely, I'll be sliding back into my really bad habits because I'm too daggone old to really give a flying flip. But hey, I do appreciate the comments. At least one or two of you are actually watching and listening. With all that being said, let's continue. Let's get on with the show. Now, the first clip I'd like to watch and discuss is from the great Charlie Kirk. I like old Charlie. He's actually putting his money where his mouth is, or his money where his mouth is, or his mouth where his money is. I don't know. I got in trouble doing that very same thing down at the truck stop. Just kidding. Truck stop. Okay, Fred, definitely edit that out. It's too early in the show for really bad jokes, and yeah, don't burn me on that one. Make sure you take that out, Fred. Love you, buddy. Now, seriously, the first clip we're going to watch is from the Charlie Kirk show, and he's discussing, he wrote a great op-ed in the Federalist. Oh yes, pause that for a moment. Folks, the other thing is, I'm not going to sit here and edit every last bit, even though, Fred, please take that bad joke out. Seriously, take that out. But you're getting it as Oliver Cromwell would say, paint me with my warts and all. There's some things we have to do in the old post-production, but for the most part, me babbling, you're going to get the mispronunciations, like I said, the dropping of the INGs and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of my time, and either is Fred, going in with a razor blade and editing every faux pas. Again, back to the show. You might want to cut that out too, Fred. Anyway, I'm moving on. Didn't I just say we weren't going to edit? Okay. Wow. The wheels have fallen off this clown car. Anyway, Charlie is, he's a man of action. Yeah, he's putting a lot of money, a lot of money up for these causes, and God bless you, Charlie. God bless you. We need more Charlie Kirks. But in this video, he's going to be discussing the op-ed he wrote for the Federalist. And I could not agree with him more. I'm not going to say a whole lot before we roll the old clip, but I got to find the button to roll the clip. So I'm going to click over here to the old split screen if you don't care. There you go. Charlie, take us away. Go.
How should we respond? By strongly worded op-eds? Tweets? Maybe a hearing or two. How should Republicans respond to Fulton County? I write in thefederalist.com, indict the left. When politicians are tempted to prosecute their enemies for political reasons, they must fear the same thing happening to them. There are 27 Republican attorneys general in the United States compared to 23 Democrats, but you wouldn't know. Today, all the celebrity prosecutors are Democrats. The left has an entire cast of politicians who make their careers by loudly hunting down supposed wrongdoers using whatever excuse they can manufacture. So here is the dilemma. The dilemma is Do we return fire with fire? Do we punch back twice as hard? The Michigan Attorney General has indicted 6.
The answer to that, Charlie, is yes, yes, and like quadruple yes. We're going to knock your dick in the dirt. Again, that's my hillbilly coming out in me, but you're going to see. Oh boy, you are going, just listen up closely, because he's, again, dead to rights on this one. But yeah, Charlie, we're going to fight fire with fire. We're going to slay you demons. We're going to knock your proverbial dicks in the dirt. Charlie, go.
16 senior citizens. One in particular, by the name Rose Rook, Dana Nessel, believes that this person, Rose Rook, 81-year-old Rose Rook, is a threat to our country, an insurrectionist. 81-year-old. That's it. That's the face of what the regime fears the most. Faithful, patriotic. Did she loot a...
They're trying to send a message, folks. You cross us, we don't care what race, what your age is, even what your political affiliation is, what your religion. It does not matter. We will crush you. We're going to carpet bomb you. We will destroy you. Almost dropped the F-bomb there. That is what they're doing. Like, look, we can take this grandma. We're going to lock her up and throw away the keys. What do you think we're going to do to you? Yes, you. So keep your mouth shut and sit down. Fred, edit the F word. Boy, what has happened to me, Fred? Wow, I'm really regressing here. But that is what they're doing. This is an unbelievable, forget chilling. I mean, they want to grab you by the throat. They want to grab you by the throat in front of everyone and say, look, this is what's going to happen to the rest of you. One more of you gets out of line. One more. We don't care if we have to lock up 1 grandma, 100 grandmas, or 1,000, 10,000. You will not defy the state. In which I say, eat my shorts. These guys are a bunch of thugs. They're a bunch of thugs. No, they're a bunch of demons, as I say, and I will continue to say they are demons. Modern liberalism is a mental disorder. Modern liberalism must be destroyed. It must be destroyed. Very similar to Carthage. But here, we're going to do it through the ballot box. Everybody calm down. Put your cell phone down. Put your cell phones down. Don't be reporting me just yet. But anyway, I'll try to stop using the F word so much. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, Charlie, go.
Department store? Did she burn down a Wendy's? Did she rape somebody? That's Rose Rook, who is facing dozens of years in prison, 81-year-old patriot, for signing a piece of paper, a constitutional right to be an alternate elector. Dana Nessel is now making her have to defend herself criminally. That's a Democrat attorney general. Now, I posted the Give, Send, Go account to support her. I personally donated $500. Yesterday, there was a little bit over $7,000 raised for her. Now there's over $17,000 raised for her. So she's going to have a little bit of cushion, and she deserves it, so she can hire a good lawyer and defend herself. We have to help these people. Let's put that picture back up. That's who they're going after, and we have to take it.
Again, if you can't donate, this is a mission. Call your, wherever you're at, get involved. We have to get involved. You have to, if you don't have money, volunteer your time. If, for whatever reason, you have some infirmity, God bless you. I hope you get better soon. Send a message out. Send a message. You can call. You can text. You can email. But if nothing else, reach out to Charlie Kirk, his people, and say, thank you, Charlie. Thank you for help leading this fight. You're in my prayers, Charlie. Let him know. He's doing the right thing. We need everybody to the front. Anybody, we don't care. We take all converts, baby. Everybody's got to get in this fight, because it is true. If they can do it to these people, they're going to eventually do it to you. Now, let's get back to it. Charlie, go.
And we currently are taking it. So I asked the question of the Federalists, what is the plan? How should we respond? We should indict the left. Look into James Biden, for example. Look into Hunter Biden. They have allegedly done some clandestine, nefarious activities in red states. BLM raised money in all 50 states. Had a conversation with the Republican attorneys general yesterday, who I will not name. And he said, Charlie, we do not have criminal authority. I said, wait a second, how is it that Democrats then have ability to indict people? And why don't you just do the investigation and refer it to a local county prosecutor then? I was curious. I was just calling these people that I know, and I was just asking questions. Like, why is it that Fannie whatever, and Dana Nessel can do this and Alvin Bragg and we don't? And I received excuses. Oh, that's not the way it works, I was told. In fact, one of them won a...
Let's be honest, they don't have any balls. They don't. They don't want to fight. Hey, what are you... Sammy, I get what... Hey, I agree. They'll say this behind the scenes. Hey, we love you. We agree with you. But hey, I got a good-looking wife, 3 or 4 mistresses. Wow. Yeah, no, seriously. They'll say, hey, you know, I've got too much to lose. I don't want to lose my country club membership. Hey, I got a good paying job. Hey, that's easy for you to say, Sammy. See, this is where you're wrong. You need to sit down and you need to shut. No. These people have been at war with us, and we've put our head in the sand, and now we are here. We are at the precipice. They have crossed the Rubicon. They've indicted a former president. Are you kidding me? And now you want to tell me, like Charlie saying, well, you know, we got to handle things differently, you know. You have to smile and be more like Mitt Romney. Screw Mitt Romney. Screw him. It's the Mitt Romneys of the world that got us here. Stand up for what you believe in, folks. And I don't mean when you're sitting around the old campfire there with your buddies. Now, in the public square, you got to get in the arena. That's where it counts. And again, there's many ways. You can volunteer, you can donate money. Some of you can run for office. Fight, stand up. Stand up, fight for what you believe in, for the love of goodness. Grow a spine. Charlie, go.
One attorney general, who's a nice person, said, Charlie, we don't stoop down to the level of the Democrats. That's an attorney general of a major Republican state who told me that. He said, we don't fight that way. And I asked him kind of point blankly, I said, well, how do you think we're going to win? And he said, this will pass. He said, this too shall pass. He told me that's what it...
No, it will not pass. It will not pass. Oh, after they've ripped your throat out, cut your balls off and told you to sit down, be a good little boy, be a good little girl, it's not going to pass. These people know nothing but raw political power. And they're smart, they're right. In our system, that's what counts. That's what counts. Getting people to the polls, getting the votes out, winning. If you don't win an election, if you don't win, you have no power. If you don't have power, as Tony Montana would say, man. Okay, sorry. Don't want to start quoting Scarface just yet. But yeah, if you can't win, you do not win, it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. Oh my geez, grow a spine, people. I love you. Charlie, go.
In the Bible. I said, well, that's actually not in the Bible. That's folklore. But that's a separate issue. Why don't we fight the way that results in victories? And from chatting with, and I'm not going to say their names because I'm going to hope that they course correct, because I was just asking questions. My constitutional right as a citizen to ask people in elected office questions. I said, they are coming after all of us. They're coming after the rank and file. They're coming after Donald Trump. And yet these are sweet people. but there's no plan. There's no willingness to act. That was my big takeaway.
Again, we're in a street fight, and you want to say, stop. Oh, wait, Sammy, let us get our hands wrapped. We got to get our gloves on. We're fighting with, by the, via the Marquess of Queensberry rules. No, we're not. These people got ball bats and chains, and they're knocking your ass in the head. Wake up. Get in the fight. Again, don't physically harm anyone or intimidate anyone. We need everybody, and I mean that, in the fight. So don't go and do anything stupid and try to hurt anyone or get someone arrested. But look, that's where we're different from these modern liberals. They will. They will Andy know your ass. They don't care. Now, Charlie, please continue.
From talking to them. In the Federalist, I wrote, the cabal of prosecutors has existed for a while. In New York, for instance, the Attorney General's office has spent years neutering the NRA with a legal offensive meant to shut it down or at least entirely disable it as a national political force, an offensive that has mostly succeeded. Republicans have done no such thing because we don't fight that way. We don't want it as badly. And this is what animates me. You want it. The audience wants it. Those of you that watch this program want it. Republicans in elected office do not. And we're not even saying to do anything political. We're saying enforce the law against Democrats. That's all we're saying. I'm not even saying you have to.
Among many reasons, but one of the reasons they hate President Trump is because he's a fighter. He will call bullshit. He'll ask basic questions. Well, again, why are we leaving all these aircraft? Why are we leaving all this military equipment here? Well, that's a dumbass idea. He calls bullshit on like shithole countries. Maybe he should have not been so abrasive, but hey, it's one of the things I love about him. He'll just call the BS. Hey, look, let's just cut to the chase. There's some shithole countries. Now, you may not like to hear that. You may not want to hear your prep, but it wasn't as if he was at the podium saying it. A bunch of weasels went out and stabbed him in the back. That was a private conversation meant for private consumption, and they wanted to make him look bad. They don't like his style. But the point is, he's a fighter. He is a fighter. And they can't have that. They need the Mitt Romneys. They need a lot of the rhinos. They need people of all walks of life to no, please step forward. Snip. Let's cut those off. Now, Johnny, go sit down. Yes, Johnny, go sit down and be a good boy. Because the state must roll on. That's why they hate anyone that's a fighter, and they hate one of any religion. They cannot have you in any way, shape, or form not bend the knee to the emperor. If you're a person of any religious faith, you are an ultimate threat to them. It's just the way it is. It's always been like that, and it will always be like that. Because they cannot consistently rely upon you. Because you're going to be questioning the state, and the state cannot be questioned. Oh no, they are a god upon themselves. Here we go, folks. Charlie, please continue.
To make up laws. I'm saying that BLM was the national state-run religion for multiple months in 2020. They were more popular than anything. They were able to act with impunity, and they raised money from all 50 states. And now we know, that BLM likely broke charitable laws in all 50 states. Importantly, they solicited money from all 50 states. From Patrisse Cullors to spending money on mansions to her sugar daddy. And we know why Republican AGs do not want to go after BLM. They don't want to be called racist, obviously. So BLM is going to get away with it. Every single one of these AGs could open an investigation into charitable fraud. or into Antifa, into any one of these activities. But instead, you know what one of the AGs who I spoke to told me? He said, well, we're suing the Biden administration on 10 different things. I said, that's not the point. Yes, I'm glad you're civilly suing them in federal court. Terrific, great. You're suing them on the student loan thing or whatever. This is different. You guys have been doing that for 20 years. That's technical policy stuff. We're talking about something that is much more fundamental. Will you enforce the law against Democrats who are able to act with complete treachery against the American people? Handcuffs and leg on.
It's called a deterrent. Until we seriously, I'm not talking about swing and punch about, I'm talking about sitting these guys on their ass. Sit them on their ass. Right now, we're not doing that. Like Charlie's saying, oh, well, we're going to send a tersely worded text. Or, boy, the tweet I sent out this morning, woo! It was a doozy. What? They're indicting a former president. And look, it wasn't like he, oh my God. Unbelievable. Sorry, folks. Charlie, before I say something I can't take back, Charlie, please continue.
That's what we need. The solution is perp walks, investigations. It's not happy talk. Well, I'm suing civilly.
Exactly. Do to them what they did to Dr. Peter Navarro. Do to them what they did to Dr. Peter Navarro. That's right. When their ass is sitting in leg irons, okay, they're getting mugshot, getting fingerprinted. They eventually they're going to go, damn. Hey, Jesse, we need to rethink some of this. That's right. That's the only way you can deal with a bully. Punch them straight in the nose, sit them on their ass, put your boot right on their throat and go, no, look, son, we love you. You need to knock his shit off. Because if you don't, we're going to bring complete hellfire down on top of you. Now, again, Charlie, please continue.
Or the excuses they give is, well, we don't have the jurisdiction. Yes, you do. You're the state's top law enforcement officer. If you are not able to prosecute it, then find a local DA where the crime was committed, and then they can prosecute it. You have Fani Willis, who has 18 people indicted that are going to have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend themselves each on a RICO case, minimum 5-year sentence, for watching cable television and sending out tweets and things that happened in Pennsylvania. Fani Willis, a local DA, is prosecuting a national conspiracy case, ruining the lives of literally half the conservative movement. Mark Meadows, Rudy Giuliani, Jenna Ellis, John Eastman, Donald Trump. And I got excuses. So I just started to make phone calls because I was angry. I don't sit idly by well. And people say, well, she doesn't have jurisdiction. But she does have something that's awfully helpful. She has the media. She's going to be able to push the boundaries on this because the entire regime media is slobbering over Big Fani Willis. Right here, this beautiful picture.
Yes, yes, and yes. I'm telling you, these people at war with us, they are attacking you on multiple fronts. All of us. Some of our own family and friends. Well, Sammy, you can't. No. First of all, what happened until you are innocent until you are proven guilty? People, oh, hey, it's Trump. Trump and them, they're half nuts. So, hey, I'm going to be honest. I want to go back to Pornhub. Sammy, I'm going to finish this pizza off. I'm going to go check out the latest on Pornhub or hey, I just got my new subscription to BrazilianHotties.com. Is that a real website, Fred? No, I'm not for myself. But we need to we'll edit it. Seriously, Fred, BrazilianHotties.com. Make sure that's blocked here in the office. But I'm going to need to look at that because we don't want any of the young people here in the audience to be we just want to keep them safe. It's not for my personal use. That stuff is disgusting. I want to go on the record. I'm here to root this filth out. That's .com? You sure? Okay. Anyway, Charlie Kirk, talking about the media. They are collaborators. The state-run media. It's like the old Soviet Union. Charlie, take us home.
Right here, this beautiful picture of Fannie Willis. Yeah, when I think of modern beauty, I think of Fannie Willis. Racketeering Act is key in Georgia in Case versus Trump. Front page of the New York Times. We're going to go through this, how the New York Times is covering it. Yeah, we don't have the media. Who cares? Do it anyways. You are demanding it. The people are demanding it. Your leaders are not listening. I can say that from somebody who spoke to them on the phone and just asked questions. All I did, why? And I got excuses. And they said, well, we're suing the Biden administration. If this continues, we're going to lose everything. And I think you guys know that.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Charlie. Again, love me some Charlie Kirk. Send him a message. Tell him thank you. Because he's a fighter. We need all the fighters we can. Again, 1,000 gazillion times, I'm going to keep saying this. Everybody to the front. But yeah, we're going to end up losing everything, as he said. Because you're acting like a bunch of panty wastes. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know. I was just called that most of my life. Usually when these big athletic guys were stuffing me in a locker. Hey, Kyle, I haven't forgotten that, you jerk. Anyway, I forgive you. Let's move on. All right, folks. This video went a little longer than I thought. But remember, please remember, we all have to get in the fight. At whatever level, whatever capacity you can, get in the fight. Now, I always like to sign off with reminding you to please love the Lord with all your heart and to love one another. And until next time, go!